Hey everyone, welcome back to the weekly Monday Motivation Podcast, No More Excuses. I am your host, Sandi Ballard, the badass business coach. Thanks for being here, for listening, for sharing this podcast with others, and wow, for investing in you. Yes, well, a few weeks ago, I did a talk on patience. Yes, I talked a lot about how this year has been a learning curve for me, a learning session, I should say, about patience. I have had to find my own patience with some minor health issues that have just taken a long time to resolve. If you've had any doctor appointments or anything, you know what I mean. Nothing happens overnight. Giving yourself grace, having patience with myself, having patience with others has been a really big topic of conversation. And so this talk was very timely. And something that came up during the talk was, learning about yourself and learning whether you want something or need something immediately, and how our impatience affects that. When we're impatient, we can get demanding. And impatience, as I mentioned in my talk, stems from frustration, stress, fear. And when we're asking for something to happen faster than normal, quicker than anticipated, or even before the deadline, why? Do you really want it now, or do you need it now? Do you need it now, or do you want it? Want or need? That's a thing I use, a question I ask a lot of my clients about a lot of different things, right? It doesn't matter if it's business growth, a report, a project, or simply getting from where you are to where you need to go. There was one other speaker there that night, and she was great. It was like, control what you can and let go of what you can't, especially when you're driving, right? You can't control, like she said, the person next to you, behind you, in front of you, but you can control you and your reactions to it. But I'll add in the why again. Why do you want that project sooner? Why do you need to see growth now? Why do you need to get where you're going quicker? Or did you do it to yourself? That was part of my talk as well. We do it to ourselves most of the time. We all know traffic can suck and anything can happen. But are you stressed because you left later than you wanted? Did you try to do one more thing? And let me ask you, if you're one of those people that's always late to get to a meeting or to get on a Zoom call, are you that type of person that has to do one more thing? Why? What are you trying to do? Did you procrastinate? Did you not plan properly? And think about, if someone was late to you, how would it make you feel? If someone, a regular client or a friend, was always late, how would that make you feel? It's disrespectful, isn't it? Why do you need more clients or customers now? Why do you need to see that growth now? Was it because of extra or unexpected expenses? Or did you not properly plan or manage your money? Did you go over the budget? Did you just find something you needed personally or professionally, right? Sometimes we have things we just decide we want in personal life and want to help. We think it's going to help our business. Or do we really need it? Is it really going to help? And then all of a sudden we're like, I need more sales now. So why does that project need to get done now? Why? Do you want it or do you need it? Because of unclear expectations, poor planning, lack of communication. So many times our impatience stems from something we allowed or didn't think through. Fear can drive the impatience, fear of disappointing someone else or yourself. Stress can lead to being demanding due to lack of planning, not listening thoroughly, and then there's lots of miscommunications. Frustrations with others who are late, who didn't listen, who didn't plan and communicate properly, can lead to impatience as well on the other side, right? How did we get to this place? How did we get to live in a world that's so impatient? Why are we in the now world? Wouldn't you like to have a bit more calm in your life? I know I would. If you're showing up at your office, for a staff meeting, a client meeting, or even an event, and you're stressed out, you're late, you're scattered, how does that come across to others? Is that the best representation of you? If you need more sales now, how is that reflecting in your sales calls, your networking, your email follow-up? Persistence or pestering? People can smell desperation. If you need fill in the blank now, why? Ask yourself why. I know shit happens, but again, most of our impatience we bring on ourselves. So yeah, during the holiday times, and if you can hear that in the background, that's my cat being impatient with me. But during the holidays, take some time to reflect on your why that goes along with your impatience. Perhaps 2024 is your year to learn to be more respectful of others' times, listen more intently, give clear expectations, and plan better, right? So where does your impatience come from? That's what you have to figure out. No one's exempt from this, and impatience affects us all at home and work. So where do you need to create more patience in your world? Find out, take some time, like I said, to reflect on it, find out where it's stemming from, desperation or, poor planning, just you're doing one more thing, all that, think about it. This podcast is about motivation, and many times our motivation gets lost along the way and turns into impatience. Think about how patient you are and why and how you're taking some time to reflect on this and shift gears, shift your impatience into motivation. The motivation to find more clients, close more sales, and achieve goals. Yes, sometimes it's desperation because of poor planning or whatever, but if you understand the why, then you can flip that and be like, how exciting and how motivating. Remembering your why, like Simon Sinek always says, why are you doing what you're doing, right? So shifting that into motivation. The motivation should not come from desperation. It should come from the excitement and the passion for what you do. So you need to find the motivation to allow others to do their best work instead of demanding the project sooner or now, or not giving them some grace if they lost their hard drive or something like that. And the motivation to motivate others just to do their best, to do what they want to do in life. And the motivation to respect others and learn to have clear expectations and boundaries, strong boundaries, so others will respect you. All right. I look forward to hearing from you. Feel free to connect with me. DM me and email me, Sandi with an I, Sandi@sandiballard.com. Let's talk about how we can shift your impatience, your desperation, your poor planning, your whatever it was that got you frustrated, stressed, and afraid. And we'll flip it into that motivation that you need to succeed. Thank you very much. I look forward to hearing from you and look forward to ending this year strong and starting out 2024. Patience is all hell. Cheers.